When LeBron James does a deal, he just doesn't do hey, I have 10 million. What's 10 million to somebody that got a billion? I mean, a lot, but ain't like that.
We were sitting at Reebok, and Paul Fireman was very smart. He said to you, I know you're gonna go see Nike and Adidas, but I'm gonna offer you $10 million today if you don't go see them and shake my hand.
Right.
He wrote you a $10 million check in that room, and you turned it down.
I had no idea what he was doing at the other end of the table. I just seen him writing.
Yeah.
He was talking, had his head down. He was making sure he didn't get anything wrong on that check. When he slid it down there and he said, listen, if you take this right now, just promise me you won't go talk to Nike or Adidas. I was lost for words at the beginning. I mean, shit, we flew in. I flew in from Akron, Ohio, from Spring Hill. From the projects. I mean, our rent is like $17 a month. And now I'm looking at a $10 million check. For some odd reason, I started thinking, if this guy, if he's willing to give me a $10 million check right now, what is it to say that Nike or Adidas is not willing to give me 20 or 30 up front? Or to say that maybe the upfront money is not even the biggest thing. Maybe let's start thinking about the back end.
Is LeBron James about to make more money this offseason than some NBA teams spend on their entire bench, while the league panics over a collapsing CBA?
Ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough.
And players worry about their futures. LeBron's out here playing chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers. The King might be setting up the smoothest exit strategy basketball has ever seen, and the NBA is absolutely terrified. LeBron just exercised his player option for the 2025-26 season, locking in a guaranteed $52 million. But insiders are whispering that this number is just the surface, pocket change compared to what he's cooking up behind closed doors. While the NBA Players Association fights for better contracts and young stars stress over negotiations and lockout rumors, LeBron is operating on a whole different level.
The second greatest player who ever lived, a four-time champion, a four-time league MVP, one of the greatest players who have ever lived, would stoop to trying to garner attention for himself with something other than trying to win a damn championship.
It's like he's playing an entirely new sport, genius, or something even deeper. Remember that mysterious second decision campaign? The internet went wild. Fans were convinced LeBron was announcing his retirement. Analysts started rolling out their farewell speeches. The Lakers front office was probably in panic mode. People were like, "You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?" Then, boom. Turns out it was just a commercial for Lobo 1707 tequila. The internet lost it. Fans felt misled. Twitter roasted him for days. Memes everywhere. But here's what flew under the radar. This wasn't just an ad. It was a power move. A signal that LeBron's brand had officially outgrown basketball. Think about that. The man created more global buzz-pushing tequila than most players do by winning championships. That's wild. And of course, Skip Bayless couldn't resist. He jumped straight on camera saying LeBron's more focused on his Hollywood empire than his on-court legacy. Skip went off, claiming Michael Jordan would never let a brand deal overshadow his competitive drive. He accused LeBron of chasing money instead of respect.
It was an iconic sports moment because we'd never seen anything like that. It was a goatish sort of endeavor by a guy who's clearly not the GOAT, but it was the one thing off the court that was goatish. It was memorable. And to take that decision, the decision, and stoop to cheapen it, to sell it out, to make money, to launch some new Hennessy brand of cognac? Really? You would stoop to that, LeBron? At this stage and age, as you enter year 23, age 40, you would stoop so far as, pardon my language, just to piss all over your iconic moment in favor of making God knows how many millions from Hennessy to piggyback this as the second decision. LeBron, are you that starved for attention now because the Lakers have pissed all over you? Is that what just happened? My God, you prostituted your iconic moment to make your killing from Hennessy. As much as I doubt you, LeBron, I thought you were better than that.
But here's where it gets spicy. That tequila rollout dropped right as the NBA was slipping into one of its shakiest off seasons in years. Timing that was just too perfect to ignore. And while everyone else was stressing about contracts, LeBron's production company, Spring Hill, was quietly sealing another massive deal. rumored to be worth 9 figures. Spring Hill isn't just doing documentaries anymore. They're building full-scale scripted shows, working with top studios, and locking down major entertainment partnerships. This isn't a hobby, it's an empire in motion. So now the question is, could LeBron be preparing for a post-NBA life where his basketball salary looks like tip money? Because let's be real, his net worth has already blasted past $1 billion, and he did it all while still playing. The first active NBA player ever to hit billionaire status. Off business, not just buckets.
First off, it's coming from 4 incredible partners, which you named and know, who really believe in the company, believe in what we're doing, believe in our mission, our goals. Now what this money will allow us to do is to finance more projects that we want to make. We used to develop projects, take them out to be sold into distribution. We'll still do that.
And just when fans started praising that accomplishment, Stephen A. Smith dropped a controversial take that had everyone's head spinning. At what point do all these business distractions start costing LeBron on the court? Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. He straight up questioned if LeBron can truly give the Lakers his full focus while juggling a media empire, a tequila brand, multiple business ventures, and future retirement plans all at once. And honestly, it's a real question worth asking. We've seen this story before. Athletes who start building their empire before officially hanging up the jersey. Some manage to balance it perfectly, but others, their performance starts slipping right before everyone's eyes. But here's where the whispers start getting juicy. Rumors are spreading that LeBron's team is already lining up high-profile speaking engagements, and not your usual college pep talks either. We're talking elite business events, Fortune 500 summits, global leadership panels, luxury investor retreats, where CEOs pay up to $50,000 just to get in the room.
A Google search says that your net worth is $1.2 billion.
Now y'all want me to start lying?
Be you.
Google search is a lie. That is a lie.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Is it more? Is it less?
Oh, it's way less.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way less.
Okay.
It's way less. There's a couple like thousand in my bank. That's it. I got a couple thousand.
Now imagine this. LeBron walking on stage charging $1 million per appearance. Sounds unreal, right? But it's really not. Tony Robbins reportedly bags around $300,000 for a single talk. LeBron's story, way bigger. A billionaire athlete who built his empire straight out of Akron. That's corporate gold. Companies would fight to have him speak. And the timing couldn't be more suspicious. The NBA's financial climate is in shambles. CBA talks have collapsed, players are restless, and owners are scratching their heads trying to decode spending limits. Young stars are stressing about their futures while the veterans are securing retirement money. It's chaos behind the scenes. Even JJ Redick chimed in on his podcast asking a tough but valid question: can your brand survive once your game declines? He wasn't convinced that flashy business deals could outshine actual basketball performance in the long run. JJ asked, can you sell beyond the bounce? But here's where JJ might have missed the play. LeBron isn't trying to replace his basketball legacy. He's cashing in on it before it fades. That's strategy, not distraction. While others are fighting for extensions, he's planning a whole new lane that could redefine what post-retirement even looks like. Meanwhile, the NBA is quietly panicking. The CBA talks are frozen, locker room tension is brewing, injuries keep piling up, and executives are sweating over future media rights and expansion plans. But there's one ugly truth the league doesn't want to say out loud. Their ratings tank when LeBron isn't on screen. Remember when the Lakers got bounced early in the playoffs? Viewership plummeted.
LeBron James, to me, is the second greatest player in the history of basketball. You have people out there acting like I've hated on him because I have him as number 2 all time. And he co-signs with it. Anthony Davis doesn't want to be the face of the league and other players don't want to be responsible, and he co-signs with that. Notice he did all of this after he got his money. LeBron's worth $1 billion. He got his money, so now we want to take those positions. Now we want to encourage people to have a kind of mentality that sifts through the industry like a virus, so you can look down upon and be dismissive of, and dare I say, hate on pundits and others. Because you may not like what they're saying, and you're encouraging them to do it now, knowing it ain't gonna work for them down the line. But you don't care, because you got yours. And one player after another falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. Remember when LeBron was in the bubble, he said, I got mine. Y'all don't have to side with me if y'all don't want to. I don't need this shit. I don't need it. I'm cool. Remember that?
It's proof that the NBA's biggest storyline is still the man himself. So now the question flips. Does LeBron have more leverage off the court than he ever did on it? Picture this. What if LeBron skips media day to headline a billion-dollar business summit? What if he ditches a preseason game for a global leadership panel in Dubai? Kendrick Perkins didn't mince words. He called that scenario the most arrogant move in NBA history. Perk even asked, is LeBron checking out of the NBA or just the game?
It's like, motherfucker, I didn't. I signed with Nike because I got a hell of a signing bonus, and they gave me a 7-year, $90 million contract. And I moved my mom out of the hood the next day I signed that contract. And ultimately, my whole thing is like, what do I want to wear off the court?
He wasn't joking either. He said young players are grinding day and night while LeBron's already picking out decorations for his retirement celebration. And when you look at the math, it's wild. LeBron's off-court value might already outweigh his Lakers salary when you factor in time, influence, and effort. Here's the part that's really got the NBA shaking. If a lockout actually happens, LeBron doesn't just survive, he wins. Think about that for a second. No games? No problem. That means more time for speaking gigs, more time for Spring Hill Productions, more time to build his business network, and zero wear and tear from that brutal 82 game grind. While other players might be stressing over missing paychecks, LeBron could end up making more money during a lockout than he would playing ball. That's not luck, that's elite level business chess. Most stars crumble when the game stops, but LeBron's built to thrive. And that's what's scary. Bill Simmons has been vocal about this kind of hustle, warning that fans eventually call out athletes who seem to care more about their brand than their jump shot. But here's the difference. LeBron's already done it all. 4 championships, multiple MVPs, all-time scoring king. He doesn't need to prove anything on the court anymore. At this point, not capitalizing on his business empire would be the real mistake. Now here's the nightmare that keeps NBA executives awake at 3 a.m. Major sponsors are starting to whisper a dangerous question. Do we need the Lakers or just LeBron? Because let's be real, LeBron's personal brand deals with Nike, Beats, Blaze Pizza, and Lobo 1707 pull in way more visibility than entire franchises. His social media reach destroys the Lakers' official pages. His global presence stretches beyond basketball. It's cultural domination. If this trend continues, we might be staring at a future where players hold more brand power than their own teams. Imagine that. Athletes becoming full-blown corporations that occasionally suit up for the league. The NBA was built around franchises, but now the money follows personalities. If LeBron fully transitions into an independent global brand that just happens to play basketball when it fits his schedule, the entire business model of the NBA flips upside down. That's why every single move he makes is being tracked like it's a stock chart. The league knows if LeBron pulls this off successfully, he's going to change the blueprint forever. Young stars will follow his lead, trying to become moguls before their rookie deals even expire. He's not just influencing the game, he's rewriting what a superstar is. And let's not pretend those retirement hints were accidents. Every time LeBron drops a cryptic tweet, gives an emotional post-game quote, or says something like, "I've got nothing left to prove," the media goes crazy. Coverage skyrockets, his brand value spikes, sponsors start circling, and his speaking fees probably climb overnight. Maybe these aren't emotional slip-ups, they're calculated business moves. Insiders are already saying this could be the smartest negotiation tactic in modern sports. Keep everyone guessing, never commit, always maintain leverage. By staying unpredictable, he forces both the league and sponsors to chase him. And that's what terrifies the NBA most, because this isn't just about one player, it's about control. We're entering an era where legacy isn't only measured by rings or stats, it's about cultural power, and LeBron gets that better than anyone alive. Imagine this, LeBron shows up when he feels like it, treats the regular season like a marketing tour for his other ventures, gives the Lakers 60% effort while raking in millions elsewhere. He's already pocketed $52 million guaranteed. What if that's just his appearance fee for showing up in purple and gold? You can bet front offices across the league are sweating bullets right now, because they know if the biggest star in basketball starts treating the NBA like a side hustle, the ripple effect will be massive. Ratings would crash, fan engagement would fade, and young stars would take notes, realizing they can play by their own rules too. So here's the real question. Has LeBron James become bigger than the NBA itself? Because if he has, the league might never get its control back. So here's the million-dollar question. Are we witnessing the beginning of the end, or the rise of LeBron's next empire? He ruled basketball for 2 whole decades, rewriting the record books, redefining what greatness looks like. But now, it looks like he's gearing up to dominate the business world for the next 20 years too, while the CBA crumbles and players are out here fighting for every penny. LeBron's building a world where he doesn't even need the NBA at all. That's either straight up genius or the loudest warning sign the league's ever ignored. Because if one man can outgrow the system that made him, what happens to everyone still trapped inside it? Picture this. While the league panics over contracts, LeBron's out hosting private meetings with billionaires, signing movie deals, and expanding his empire from courtside to corporate towers. He's no longer chasing stats. He's chasing legacy beyond the game. So tell me, do you think LeBron's playing master-level chess while the rest of the league's still learning the rules? Or is he drifting away from the very fire that made him great? Drop your thoughts below, I want to hear what you think. And hey, if you believe the NBA's in deep trouble once LeBron fully flips into business mode, go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.